check on your homie. LeBron, I'm known for stopping cars, but they be on go for me.
Get a glimpse when I'm out, it's bad luck. I just put 10 mil in the pen, it made me feel better. The passing out deep, I'm cold with the my little young man, an M on the road, he a scammer. Dripping money cloud, splash, I'm covered in bells. But I'm clever, vendettas, raw, whatever. I'm a rebel, but better. If I go federal. I pour up, I don't measure, I soon I met her. I leveled up, my bread up, I'm fed up. It's pressure, it's gang, you can't hang. We slamming out whoever. I keep it on, get stuck on it. Mason, Manjala. Got 2 cribs in Alpharetta, they down the street from each other. I know the spot. My little one, he know the laptop. Shorty having Chris Vick, he a vampire. Camping right in front of your house and start up a campfire. I just did my numbers in front of this one a landslide. Ain't gonna be no who this shit, I'm spinning back to back. Any say on that issue, I'm going 50, and then the got arrogant. My natural habit. Back to 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 back. Back to 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 back. Back to 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 back. Back to back to back to back to back to back to back. bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth. Come on. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Yeah. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Both feds in the state wanna see by me. The whole city got pissed, heard he got 3. That other rapper got it, but shouted he not me. Who set the city on fire soon as he got free? The king back now, don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, get before I sat down. Still ballin', money stacked tall in the shack now. Still push a button to let the roof on the lack down. I'm on the road doing shows, put my Mac down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chat Town. I got the crowd yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back, they yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. To get with other southern rapper hooded than this. I got rich and I'm still in a hooligan clique. You be rapping by, I'm moving the bricks. You talk about, now we're doing it, prick. You in the face, you gon' be suing me quick. If I catch another case, I know it's true to be missed. So I'ma keep a cool head, stay out of the news headlines, and show these other rappers it's bedtime. It's clear to see that I'm ahead of my time. I caught the chromed out, hard top career with a shine. I got some time, name, I get better with time. Who got a flow and a live show better than mine? I got a packed house yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back, they yelling. Mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2. You wanna beef with the king? What is you gon' do when you show up on the scene with a 2 drew on you and your friend and play a little 2-on-2? If you do half of what I do, you'll be hitting the deck. I gotta get some respect. I'ma make it hard for another sucker to flex. Show 'em this ain't the squad for a sucker to test. Pimp, my too large and we way too fresh. Work well with. Check the lane like a game of chess. You wanna be better, bring your best. Cause we be standing in your front yard yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out.
After 272 regular season games, 12 playoff games, one last one on the NFL calendar happens tonight as EA Sports welcomes you to the Super Bowl. One game remains to crown a champion. It's the AFC champions, Jacksonville Jaguars, and the champions of the NFC, the Seattle Seahawks. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
Okay, ready? 60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat! 60 Eagles! 60 Eagles!
To throw right away, here's Milrow. Oh, the first play, and he is intercepted. And he's going to bring this one back. Wow, less than a minute into the game. It's a pick 6 and an early touchdown. Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
Here we go, check!
The first carry for the Spartans, Kenneth Walker. And he'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. It is Ryan Neal there to bring him down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From 29, here's 2nd and 8.
Warrior 70! Check, 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 check!
From the shotgun, it's Milrow. That one is caught by the rookie from Oregon. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and good for the first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And is open middle of the field. It is caught. And he will score! Touchdown Seahawks. Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. It's up and good. And the Seahawks will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here's Lawrence to throw right away. That's complete to his running back, Facial Tutin. And he'll be run out of bounds. It's a good game. On first down, they pick up 7 yards.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, easy, route, same right.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a first down.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Rip, 23. Turn, 30 left. Hey, kill.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down. Brenton Strange was his intended target. And it'll be 2nd down.
Valuable lesson, man. I had to grow up. That's why I never asked for help. I do it for you.
11. Lisa, 24.
Lawrence now. There's a short one. He's got Strange. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
And it's his first catch of the game, and it ends up being a good one. All week long, we talked about how this dominant secondary wanted to take away their best targets. And if he continues to make plays like that, their top 10 ranking could take a hit by the end of this one.
This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 4th down.
So they decide to be aggressive there on 3rd down, Mike. Now the question is, do they maintain that aggressive style on 4th down, or do they decide to punt? It's going to be a really interesting play call here as it brings that 4th and short.
And he's going to have the Jaguars first down. They find a way to keep the drive going with the 4th down conversion.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
On red. Here we go.
On first down, Lawrence. Open man, his tight end Strange. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. A big play here in the big game. 30 chance to pay off that big play. They have it first and goal. In motion comes Thomas. And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up second and goal.
Let's go.
They'll put a receiver in motion right. And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
It makes sense on second and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have third down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on third and goal.
Back at the 6-yard line, what can they do on third and goal? In motion comes Thomas.
Here we go.
Throw to the right flat. It is caught.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
Well, a field goal would break the tie, but instead the offense stays out there. They're going to go for it on 4th and goal. That's in the end zone and intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
Here we go. Here we go. Check up.
This drive starts on the ground with Walker. Not much there. Maybe a yard. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go. Buffalo 18. Hot 70. Hot 70.
Now it's Milrow. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. And this yields nothing. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Let's go 80.
On 3rd down, Milrow. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and they have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line.
13, Luke. Luke. Hey, here we go.
They go play action for Lawrence. Oh, the ball's out. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Let's go. Don, go, go.
Here's Lawrence. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall Incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Lawrence from the gun here on third down. Looking down the field, but that falls incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
On fourth down, the Jaguars send out the veteran Logan Cook to punt. As this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punt it away. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive, and he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. Seahawks football beginning this second quarter. They have it 2nd and 4 coming up.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And he's going to take this past the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Ready up.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Come on. Set. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Go.
The run up the middle. It's Walker. A gain there of 11. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
Okay, break. Panther 11, Panther 11. Here we go, set. 70 Timbo, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Let go.
Now they'll throw it with Milrow. The throw here is complete. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 70 Lions.
On play action, Milrow rolling to the left. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. His first catch of this Super Bowl. And good for the first down.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10.
19 left. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Look.
Straight ahead, it's Walker. And the Seahawks are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. That is 14 for the second time. Back-to-back 14-yard gains and a first down. From the 1-yard line, first down and goal.
70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Ready. Ready.
Now this is going to be a design run. We'll let him keep it. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Dennis Walker. Touchdown, Seattle. Myers is good on the extra point. And the Seahawks will move out to a 14-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A short one taken at the 10. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. On the ground, it's Tootin to start the drive. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Julian Love brings him down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. Here's Lawrence to throw. He finds Thomas coming across the field. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
Lawrence going to give it to Jayton. And this will be a short gain down to the 41-yard line. Boye Mafe in on the tackle. They'll come up here on second down and 5.
Red on red. Hey, Soko, hot. Sink right.
The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here, and they'll get together prior to this second down play.
Hey, lock.
Throwing is Lawrence. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
First and 10.
11. Lisa 24. 30 left. Here we go.
Now here's Lawrence. Quick hitting slant there. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. His first catch of this Super Bowl. And good for the first down. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Back for more on Super Bowl Sunday after this. Here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Up the middle, here is Chinky. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
Go. Hey, go. 11. Done. This is hot.
Lawrence hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
He's got it about the 8, and he's going to have the 1st down. Just past the marker, it is 1st and goal. On the give, it's Duke. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. Timeout Seahawks. That is their 2nd, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
Gun.
Lawrence. It is brought in the end zone. Catarella McMillan. Touchdown, Jaguars. Little on now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Jaguars will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Safe kick taken at the 5. Now an opening past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. On 1st down, it's Milroe. Left side, he finds Kraft. And he's very close to a 1st down. He's out after a pickup of 9.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches.
18 Rattler.
From the shotgun, it's Milroe. He's going to tuck it and go. And it will slide to a halt, but he does have the 1st down.
There wasn't anywhere really for him to go with the ball. The defensive backs did a great job of taking away his progression they just can't get home, and he ends up making the play with his legs and moves the chains.
Go street. Hey, Crash. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Now, Milroe, this is designed run. He'll take this forward for a couple. It'll be second down.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Second down, they need 7.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Dragon 60. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Ready?
Out of the gun, it's Milroe. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
From the gun, it's Milroe. This one uncorked, looking for Woods. That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is fourth down. No return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line.
Hey, Ron.
On first and 10, Lawrence. Catch made right side by Thomas. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line. Now a timeout for Jacksonville. They're second as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Red 23.
In motion comes Thomas. Play action now. It's Lawrence. This one is hauled in by Daniel Bellinger. Now a signal, timeout call, 9 seconds left to play in this first half.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. You can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. To throw is Lawrence. That one's rolled in left side by McMillan. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. So, one half in the books. Second half coming up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
2 quarters left in the NFL season as we decide a champion. Back underway here at the Super Bowl. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. 35. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
13, Lou.
2nd down, Lawrence. Throw left side, taken in by Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. A big play here in the big game. 39 yards.
30 left. Hey, easy. Hey, I'm gun.
A 1st down throw for Lawrence. This one caught left side at screen. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 yards down to the 16. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10.
Hey, Soko.
Run out of the gun, and it's Tootin. And the Jaguars are going to have 1st and goal, try to finish off this drive with a touchdown. A gain of 11, and it's 1st and goal. 5 yards from the house. They've got it 1st and goal.
Hey, Soko.
Here's a run. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line.
Hey, red. Go, let's go. 11.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He'll dump this out wide to Tootin. And he will get into the end zone. Facial Tootin. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
It just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the 2nd half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We've got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this 2nd half started. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Milrow. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. 2nd reception of this Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
Let's go. 60 Bison.
Here's Milrow to throw. The throw here is complete. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. These two moving the chains themselves. A gain of 14 and a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
On the ground is Walker. And he'll find some way to turn this into positive yardage, struggling forward for a pickup of about 2.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
On the go.
From the 35, here's second and 8.
Ready.
Once again, it's Walker. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there.
Ready.
The defense still arguing about that pass interference call, but their focus needs to be a stop. They face first and goal. Here's Walker, and he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up second and goal.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
On the ready.
From the 2 now, here's second and goal.
Get it. 60 Eagles. Liking it. Ready.
Milroe gonna look to run it himself. He will do it himself. He's in. Jalen Milroe. Touchdown Seahawks. Now the point after try from Myers. He's got it. And the Seahawks will even the score. It's now 21-all. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. This field ended about the 9. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. McMillan comes in motion. Lawrence now to throw on first down. That'll be complete to Tootin. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Play is stopped. We have an injury to one of the Jaguars. Without question. Something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. Second and inches. On the ground, it's Abanaconda. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had third and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Think right.
They go play action for Lawrence. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
He'll try again here. Second and 10.
Hey, easy. Route. Go. Let's go. Go.
In motion comes Thomas. Now second down throw for Lawrence. Open right side. That strains the tight end. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. First and 10 now from the 36. Lawrence now. He'll get this out to his running back. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
11. Hey, go.
Lawrence now on second down. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force third down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Third and long.
Hey, run. Done. It's on. Hey, snap. Go. Take right open.
Now here's Lawrence. Got his man. It's complete to Thomas. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. A pickup of 21 on that connection. First down, Jacksonville.
These are 24.
Back to throw. Lawrence. The check is down to Chutin out of the backfield. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5.
Let's go. Here we go.
Now Lawrence. Quick throw, taken in. And he goes out of bounds at the 3. And from there, it's going to be first and goal.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design. Sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is first and goal.
11.
Slot man gonna move in motion left. So 1 quarter remains in Super Bowl 61. We are back for the 4th from New Orleans after this. Tie game, 4th quarter. What a sequence looming here as we get to first and goal. Trying to punch it in with Chutin. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Facial Chutin. Touchdown, Jacksonville. That is second touchdown Super Bowl. Greg, that's the way to handle it. Up one, go down the field, get the touchdown, and extend the lead to 7.
Mike, the key for this offense is they were at their best when their best was needed. Being able to extend this lead late in the fourth quarter, they've got to be feeling pretty good about where things stand to close this game out.
And it'll be brought down past 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
Trap 60. Come on. Hey. 60 Vikings.
They'll throw on first down with Milrow. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Antonio Johnson. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the third or fourth read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
They'll run. It's 2, and not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
That is pulled in at the 5. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Kenarella McMillan. Touchdown, Jaguars. That is second touchdown of this Super Bowl. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
Okay, break. Dragon. Tag.
Throwing now, Milrow on first down. Exiting the pocket right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Kenneth Walker out of the backfield. And third down coming up.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
On third down, Milrow. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force fourth down.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide we're just going to air it out. First, second, third down. All 3 incompletions, and now it brings up fourth down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the fourth, but they will turn it over on down.
He isn't able to secure that grab through the contact, and they're quickly running out of possessions to get back into this game, Mike. I mean, their chance to come back was already slim to none, but slim better went just out the window as that ball hit the turf. At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
It'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes third down.
It's a gain of 6, and it's third down.
On the set. Take right open. Hey, Soko, high. 11. Silver.
Lawrence. He's got a man. That's McMillan. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
First down.
Rip, 23. 11. Done. It's hot.
Here's a designed run. And he will get into the end zone. Trevor Lawrence. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Here's Cam Little for the PAT. He's got it. And the Jaguars will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, he's got room past the 30.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at the Jaguars' 49-yard line.
Shot 60. Stephanie lying. Dragon 60. Cuddy.
Now Milroe on first down. A ball deep for the end zone. That's to the end zone where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be second down now.
70 Rangers.
To the air, it's Milroe. There's a short one caught by Kraft. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35.
16 yards.
Second reception of this Super Bowl. And it's good enough for a first down.
Ready, set.
3-yard line.
18 Rattler. Come on. Set. Stop below 18. Let go.
Out of the gun, it's Milroe. Out to his right. Now he takes off. And he's out of bounds after a pickup of 3.
Nothing open here downfield. I think it's a good job just getting to the edge, getting something positive, getting out of bounds.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second and 6.
Let's go. Liking 18. Pioneer. Ready.
From the shotgun, it's Milroe. A throw on the move is caught. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. Set to go now on first and 10.
That's good for a Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
60 Bobcat.
They'll go play action with Milroe. And that is Hunt in the end zone. He's in. Christian Watson. Touchdown, Seattle. Myers now to add the PAT. He gets it to go. And the Seahawks are able to cut into the deficit. So down 2 scores. They're going to roll the dice here with an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. From the 43, here's second down and 9. Right back to Tinton. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
So they're not going to get the yardage to reflect it, but I actually thought that was a pretty nice job by the running back, at least getting back to the original line of scrimmage. This offensive line, they've got to do a better job getting him through untouched. His yards before contact got to be better.
Third and 9. Another run here for Newton.
You can always tell what a team's decision will be on fourth down, like based on what they do on third down. In this case, unfortunately, they didn't get enough yards on the ground to make that fourth down more manageable. So I think they have to reconsider whether they go for it here.
So it is fourth down. That'll bring on Cam Little for this Jaguars field goal. Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Off the play fake, here's Milroe. He's going to run it. And he's out of bounds. They're going to mark him at the 35. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Milroe. The ball comes out. The Jaguars have it. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. Little on now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Jaguars are going to extend their lead. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. This taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
Ready? 65.
On 1st down, it's Milroe. He'll get this complete to Walker. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Now Milroe. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 25. A big play here in the big game. 36 yards. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal.
Here's Milroe to throw. To the left side, he finds Brown. And he'll be out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. Play action, it's Milroe. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Josh Hines-Allen in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7.
79 Broncos. 60 Maverick.
Now it's Milroe. He'll go right and find his running back. And That's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down. 3rd and 2. Here we go.
Here we go.
They'll try and run it with Walker. And they're going to get him down close to the marker. Was he able to reach the ball out? He did. Great spot and a great run. First down. First and goal. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. Do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. Decision is made. The offense will stay out there and go for 2.
Dragon 60. Ready.
Milrow. And that is incomplete. 2-point conversion attempt winds up being unsuccessful. So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an outside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done.
Hey, let's go. Hey, Soko, hot.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.
Hey, Lion.
2nd and 11. And the Jaguars have done it. They are your Super Bowl champions. So this, a well-deserved celebration down on the field. You know, Greg, it wasn't totally mistake-free, but about as solid a performance as you could hope to have on the big stage in the big game.
And to think about all the people that had their hand in this, Mike, of course we see on the field the players, their ability.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Name existed forever, means victory, helper. Whole name means protector, shorten it by 2 letters, without the IR at the end. The reincarnated Gil Scott, living in the again. The World Cup in Moscow, with a blonde who's a 10. Pen when I speak is like a lottery win. Quote my total, multi-mogul, so fly out to walk in any spot, every be soaking. From a time when was stronger, today's streets are calmer. They used to kill for shade sneaks and bombers. My name existed forever, before Christians came in America, even better. With click sounds in their mouths was language for humans. With stick figures and K's, my name's written fluid. Nasty like way before even Rome had a sewage. For 50,000 years ago, if I could choose its origin, since there's nothing to gain by assuming, I'ma say the definition of my name, the truest.